Welcome to Channel 42. I am your host, Fox Wild, and this is How Not to Paint Your Car.
Bruh, look at this. I'm out here trying to paint my garage. I had my little bucket up there. I had the garage closed. My girl just got here. She opens it while I'm painting. She didn't know, but...
Mistake number one there, Junior Woodchuck. Hanging your paint bucket from the garage door. Yeah, not the brightest idea. I realize you thought that was handy, but did you learn anything there, Junior Woodchuck?
Dog, look at this. Yeah, that's me. I tried saving this. I was like, not my car.
Well, at least you cleared your girl from that. 5 points for being honest and saying that she didn't know. Good job. That's, a girl would have found a way to blame the man for it. If the roles had been reversed, you'd be blaming her. That's the way the women do it. But you stood upright, you walked a little bit like a man, got some growing to do, but you stood up and you admitted she didn't know. 5 points for that. I do have a question though. Why are you painting your garage black? Seems a little odd to me, but then there's the second mistake. Wait for it, wait for it.
Not my car, not me, dog. I should have saved myself. Look at this. I ain't do nothing but leave a little design. This looks like I just ran someone over. Crime scene. Ran over Venom or something. Look at that.
If stupid was a crime, then yes. Junior Woodchuck, that would be a crime scene. However, it's not. Instead, it is the ignorance of youth. Yes, the ignorance of youth showing itself. You didn't think this through very well. You need to work on that, Junior Woodchuck. Let me guess. You are the son of a single mother, right?
My car's cooked. It's all over the windshield. This just finally stopped leaking, or is still leaking.
Son of a single mother confirmed, I'd say. Not leaking, Junior Woodchuck. Dripping. Because you still haven't taken the bucket down from the garage door. Getting in touch with your female brain there? You could close the garage door and take your bucket off. Need to work on that male logical thinking stuff there. Because, it's still dripping on your car, thus you're getting more paint on your car. Stopping that should have been a higher priority. So I guess we'll call this mistake number 2.
Dog, I might as well paint my car black. And I threw this. I was like, oh, let me be safe out here. Let me not get nothing dirty. Look at this, bro.
Well, you could just call it a custom paint job. And here's mistake number 3. You put a narrow little, 24-inch paper in front of the garage door, and you're painting in the garage. They make this stuff called painter's plastic. It's very thin, it's light and pillowy. It flutters in a breeze. It's solely designed to protect things from, a little bit of, when you're painting, you get a little drip of paint flying off. Things like your car. It comes in a roll, maybe it's like 18 inches wide, and it unfurls to various widths, up to like 10 feet, even wider if you want to spend the extra bucks. You tuck it up underneath that paper, you tape it down to the floor, you put the paper over it, gives you a nice protective barrier. So if you get a little paint on the paper or on the plastic, you got a little barrier there. And you could have covered your entire car, and all of this would have been prevented while you were painting. Hate to tell you this there, dog, but all of this every bit of it is on you. Every bit of it is on you. All of it, bro.
Ugh. Bro, my neighbor.
You're a dumbass. You're a dumbass. You're grade A, number one, bona fide first class. You're a dumbass. You're a dumbass. And you'll be one all your...
We'll stop it right there. We'll stop it right there. I stopped it because you are young and inexperienced and the victim of a single mother. However, you are not suffering from a female brain. That's a good thing. There is hope for you, my young apprentice. Now, it's your choice if you remain a dumbass or not. This is all on you, and here's why. It's over your head, above your head actually, to be. Don't want to confuse you, you might be from Rio Linda, I don't know. But it's above your head, kid. Look up. Up. Do you see it? Need me to point it out? Well, all this could have been prevented by your very own hand. See, all modern garage doors have a cord that hangs down, just like your girlfriend every 28 days, and they're usually red. Now, the cord on your garage door, that's safe to pull. The one on your girlfriend, I wouldn't recommend that, unless you're, planning on getting into gynecology, oncology, like I was, then, well, you're gonna have to pull a few strings. But the one hanging down that's over your head, that's one you can pull.
This is the emergency release for the door. So if you lose power, can't get out of your garage, the opener's not working, something like that, you can pull this to disengage the door from the track, and then to re-engage it, you're just going to pull this back this way, and you can either lift the door or you can push the button on the door. Either one will re-engage the door and you're back in business. Pretty simple.
That little switch on that you pull the emergency release for, that little cam that you disengage from the cab that carries the door, that can also be used to prevent the garage door from opening. Now, I'd recommend you do this with the garage door closed because those doors are rather heavy, and if you tried this with it open and then shut it manually, a little whippersnapper like you, I think that door would kick your arse. So close the garage door, disengage the cam from the cab, and then go over and press the button. What's going to happen there, Rio Linda boy, is that chain's going to run, or whatever, unless you don't have a chain one, but that's going to run that cab all the way back up to the fully open position. Then you've got a little bit of warning. You hear that thing start running, you know somebody pressed the button, and well, you can, don't re-engage the cam that locks it into the cab, you're good to go.
Out here looking at me like, what's this guy doing? I'm a little bit more pain from being canceled, dog. I can't even deal with it. I'm sorry if anyone saw this in my neighborhood, dog.
The other thing there, Junior Woodchuck, is most garage door openers come with another cord. Now, your girlfriend, she runs on batteries. Your garage door opener, that uses line voltage. Well, maybe your girlfriend does too. I don't know. But your garage door, that definitely uses line voltage. And that means it'll have something like this, a 3-prong plug, line, load, and ground. Now there's usually an outlet mounted right above where that unit is that powers the garage door. Now you're painting, so clearly you have a ladder because your bucket was up. Get up on that ladder, reach up and grasp this right up here. Don't pull on the cord down here. Grab it right up by the outlet and pull the plug out. That also will prevent your garage door from being opened unintentionally. Now, if by some freakish way it's hardwired in, I've never really seen that in a residential application, but hey, stuff happens. Well, there should be a circuit breaker then to turn it off. You got to engage your male thinking capacities there and start to grow in the male wisdom and logic. Since your father wasn't present and you're the victim of a single mother, clearly, or your dad just simply was an office worker of some means and didn't teach you how to maintain things, whatever the situation is, every man is an island. We're always alone. The choice you have, my young apprentice, is you can grow and you can learn and you can become better. Otherwise, when it comes to being a dumbass, well,
You'll be one all your dumbass life.
I'm so back.